Hey everybody, you know what? Stephanie Perry was right. When you have time to ponder, you have time to do some things, right? You have time to come up with some things. You have time to just do those things that you've always wanted to do, but you also have time to be creative, right? And I think that's something that we've missed a lot of in our working life because you're too tired. By the time you get home from work, you're too tired, right? So I've been pondering, and in between editing the memoir and the novel in progress, right, I worked on a little project that I want to tell you guys about today, and that is my book, my little book. It's a little book, but it's still a book. It's called Now About That Budget, right? Now About That Budget. Contemplations, meditations, and affirmations on how to start at least thinking about creating a budget, right? Okay. So, but first, if you're new here, I'm Sabongale. And this is my channel. We don't retire, we ascend. That's because to retire means to retreat or to pull back. And we have no intentions of doing that, right? Once we leave the workforce after many years, we're not just going to sit at the house, right? Watching soap operas, like our grandmamas and them did. No shade to the grandmamas. And no shade to anybody that still watches soap operas. I haven't watched soap operas for years. But, and like and share, right? If you know a Black woman who has retired, who has just decided she don't need to work no more, she's good, and is relaxing, enjoying her life and being creative, share this video with them and let other Black women know that, hey, you can do some things in retirement, right? But Stephanie was right. She was right about having the time to just, let divine creativity take over and show you some things and bring some things to fruition, right? And this little book is a book that I wanted to write. It's not, don't let the title fool you. It's Now About That Budget, but there's no financial advice in this book, right? This is for you if you just can't hardly wrap it around your head like, oh God, I know I need a budget. I know I need to do something to get my money right so I can do that traveling that I talked about, so I can go ahead and be financially independent, so that I can just be creative, so I can write that book, so I can start making and selling those cupcakes, whatever the case may be. Sometimes it's hard to even just start, right? To begin because it just seems so overwhelming, right? Especially if you've never kept a budget. I know for me, I had never really kept a budget because I couldn't keep a budget. I couldn't stick to a budget. But now that I'm older and I'm retired, I do have a little money to play with. I do get a pension. I will be receiving Social Security shortly. But keeping a budget has always been a little bit of a challenge for me, right? Until I guess I started thinking about it in a more, I want to say spiritual way, right? I don't want to come off too woo-woo, but in a more spiritual way, because there's some things that we have to do to get our minds right, right? Because money's out there. Money's out there. People are spending money, making money all the time, all over the world, right? There's tons and tons of money. People have tons and tons of money. Like some people have so much money, they don't even know what to do with it. Why not you? But before you get to that point, consider some of the things that you've always practiced or never practiced that will be beneficial in just getting your mind in your spirit and your heart in the right frame of mind to start making the money. Because once you start making the money, and if you're not straight here, it won't matter how much money you'll have. You'll just go through it. You know how they say money goes through some people's hands like sand? It doesn't have to, right? And I don't want to give away the whole. I don't want to give away the whole book, right? I don't want to give it away, but it's not much. It's a very quick read, very easy to read, and it's only $4.99, right? It's only $4.99 on Amazon. So like when you're getting all of your Amazon packages, I know a lot of y'all had it Amazon Prime free and you get your shipping free or whatever. You're getting your Amazon packages, just add this to your list. Just add it to your list, right? Of course, I'm going to put a link to it in the description. And it's such a little small book that I had a few copies that I gave away because, I mean, they make perfect gifts, especially for someone that needs to get a hold of their money, needs to get that budget under control, right? And as a matter of fact, if you are, I feel like Oprah now, but if you are on Substack, if you subscribe to my Substack newsletter, if you go to Substack and subscribe to my newsletter, again, I will put the description or the link in the description. If you go to that and subscribe to my Substack newsletter, I will send you a copy for free. How about that? If you don't want to go on Substack, that's fine. Just go to Amazon. It's right there. But again, if you subscribe to the newsletter, for $5 a month. I'll put it that way. I'm sorry. If you subscribe to the newsletter for $5, which is just the cost of the book, $5 a month, I will send it to you for free. And you won't have to even worry about the shipping, right? Unless you're in another country. We'll have to talk about some things then. So yeah, just go to the newsletter, subscribe for $5 a month, $5, okay? And I'll send you a book. Or even if you don't want the book, just go to the newsletter and subscribe anyway. How about that? But anybody who's subscribing to the newsletter for $5 a month, I'll send you a copy for free. And also, this little book gave me the opportunity to utilize my Adobe InDesign skills and my Kindle Direct skills, right? So years ago, self-publishing was like what it was. If you wanted to be taken seriously as a writer, no one self-published back in the day, right? That was not a thing. There was no internet, because I'm that old, y'all. There was no internet. There was no cell phones. I'm that old. There were no cell phones. There was no internet, and you had to find a printer. Of course, you had to pay for a certain amount of books at a time. There was no print on demand, right? So, so self-publishing back in the day was kind of frowned upon, right? And only the really super, super duper ambitious would self-publish their own books. But now, of course, a lot of things have changed. Life just ain't like that no more. We didn't have Amazon back then. We didn't have Kindle, print on demand. But a lot of things have changed. And I've been considering self-publishing some of my work, my fiction and my nonfiction, right? And this was just an opportunity for me to put those skills into practice. Now, if you also have a small project that you would like to have printed, my press is called Winbrook Press, and I can do this for you as well, right? If you have something that let's say no more than 100 pages. If you have a project that's no more than 100 pages, and it has to be typed, of course, in Word, in a Word document before I can format it for you, right? So if you have a project of your own that you would like to have printed and have your own copy or have your own work put on Amazon, hit me up and let's talk about that, right? hit me up and let's talk about that. I have to think about some prices for that. But I can do this for you as well. I can do this for you as well. Let's say no more than 100 pages, and we'll talk about it. Okay, so you can go to my contact page on my website, which is Spitting Out Bones, okay, to contact me and send me your address, or and let me know what you want to do, what your interest is. And also you can contact me on Substack, okay? So yeah, my little book. I've been getting a little, I've been getting scolded a little bit because I haven't made a big deal about it, right? Because it's just so tiny, and it's not fiction, you know, it's not like a summer read, but it's a very quick read if you just want to, like I said, get your mind right in terms of creating a budget. This is for those of us who have a hard time just even wrapping our heads around money and creating budgets and trying to save and trying not to spend too much. As a matter of fact, one of the things that I just did, I've been trying to sell some of my, I'm shaking my phone. I've been trying to sell a lot of my clothing that I don't wear anymore on a site called Vinted, right? And it's moving kind of slow. So today, I just grabbed all this stuff and took it right over to the Goodwill. I took it right to Goodwill because I'm tired of looking at it. I ain't gonna wear it no more. I haven't worn it in 2-3 years, maybe since before the pandemic. So yeah, it was time to just get rid of it. So there. So again, like this video, please like this video and subscribe, and check out some of the other videos that I have, right? On Substack, on Spitting Out the Bones, my Substack newsletter, Spitting Out the Bones, my website. I talk about being a Black woman in retirement, and I talk about aging in the 21st century for Black women, right? And I talk about now, of course, some of you know my work as a background actor, right? I've been taking advantage of that. That's given me an opportunity to create a small stream of income, right? So yeah, thank you all for tuning in. Remember, go get your copy of Now About That Budget. Contemplations, meditations, and affirmations on how to at least start thinking about creating a budget, right? Right? I know some people say, I don't have no money. I don't have enough money to budget. I can't afford to budget. Whatever the case may be. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can do it, and you'll be surprised how things add up, right? In another video, in a previous video, I talked about creating I think I might have talked a little bit about creating an emergency fund in a high yield savings account, and learning how to invest your money in the stock market, some things that we weren't taught when we were young. I'm not the person to tell you how to do that. For that, you'll want to go to D at Brown Girls Trade 2. You'll want to go to Sonia at From Lack to Legacy, and Malika, Malika's Money Moves, I think it is. And I don't know why I can't never, Malika, I'm sorry. I don't know why I can't ever remember the name of your YouTube channel, but I will most certainly put links to all of those ladies in their channels because they give great information. Picky Girl Travels the World, Adelia Abora Sade. But I didn't know anything about investing until maybe a couple of years ago, and I started watching these ladies and paying attention, and that's helped me to build a little bit of a nest egg, right? So yeah, so thank you all for joining me for this video. One more thing I wanted to also say is, so I got a new phone, right? Nothing reminds you of your age like getting a new phone, right? Every couple of years, 2-3 years, I think they build these phones now to only last for a few years. So I got a new phone, and I am trying to switch over all of some of it was switched in the store. Young guy did it for me, but trying to switch over all of my Instagram channels, I have 3 Instagram channels. I have YouTube, my Facebook, all of those things, right? And again, nothing. I feel like I'm in that commercial with the guy who's trying to teach the people who are aging how to stay up with the times, right? That's me. So I somehow I created an additional Facebook channel, right? I didn't want to, but somehow I did. And somehow I connected one of my Instagram pages with that channel, right? But then when I realized that I had created a new Facebook page, I deleted that, and the We Don't Retire, We Ascend Instagram page is connected to that Facebook, right? It's connected to that Facebook. So because I've deleted that Facebook page, I can't remove my Instagram channel from that page. So I haven't been able to add anything to We Don't Retire, We Ascend here in the last week or so, right? I'm still working on it. Hopefully I can get it resolved, but I'm still working on it. And in the meantime, I'm on Substack. I'm also on Instagram at Southside Keto. I'm also on Instagram as Persistence with 3 R's, a U and 3 R's. You can check me out there. You can check me out on YouTube here at We Don't Retire, We Ascend. Please hit like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And I think I've told y'all, YouTube, all of y'all throwing up these YouTube videos every other day. Stephanie Perry, H&D Abroad, Adelia Bora Sade, all of y'all that's working these YouTube channels. Rashida Dow. Look, I don't know. I think somebody wasn't honest about this. This is work. YouTube is work. If you're really trying to work it, you gotta work it. It's at least a part-time job. And if I ever make some real money, you know, I will be working. I will be working. And I'm still in my lazy phase of retirement. Although I've been doing a lot of things, I have to keep telling myself to just relax. You don't have to do that, right? I have to be honest. It was so great after the 15th day after Juneteenth. The 15th day after Juneteenth, the other day when they do all the fireworks and stuff. I told my husband, I said, you know, it's nice. We can go to bed tonight and still don't have to get up in the morning and go to work. Right? So, okay, I'm not going to hold you any longer. Again, enjoy your day. Thank you so much for supporting me, all of you who have supported this channel. If you are supporting the We Don't Retire, We Ascend Instagram page, thank you so much for supporting that. And those of you who have already subscribed to Substack, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Again, pick up your copy of Now About That Budget. I'll have a link in the description. Also, if you subscribe to the Substack newsletter for $5 a month, I'll send you a copy for free, okay? I'll send you a copy for free, and I will have to make sure that I get your mailing address so that I can, again, send you a copy for free if you subscribe to the Substack newsletter for $5. $5 a month, okay? How about that? And again, if you have a small project, no more than 100 pages, and you need a publisher, hey, I can do that for you. Let's talk about it. Again, send me your information. You can contact me on my contact page at Spitting Out the Bones website, spittingoutthebones.com. Actually, it's not spittingoutthebones.com, it's sibongalelynch.com, but I will also link to that in the description. I have so many links. Does everybody on YouTube have these many links? Is it just me? Hit like, share, subscribe. Y'all have a great day. Bye.